Happy Valentine's Day. Wait, hold on. Oh, 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 so close. So close. There we go. Oh, hey, Maddie. Yes, I have a photograph of the dog that I babysit. Oh, don't cover the camera, Alicia. Come on in, friends. I am so sorry for being late. I'm so sorry for being so shiny. Hi, Brett. Hi, friends. Hi, Yvette, Siobhan. Come on in. This hair is killing me. Oh, that's better. I don't know if it's better for the look, but it's better for my eyes. Hello there. Welcome, friends. Welcome. We got an agenda today. We actually have a lot to talk about. Oh my goodness me. Happy Valentine's Day. And my apologies, I forgot to say this last chat. Happy Black History Month as well. We are middle of February, celebrating the figures that have helped us go forward and up higher, friends. And today we share this day of love. Valentine's Day is a fun day of just kind of screwing around, saying, I love my friends, I love my dog, but in our real relationships, screw that. Screw that. This is a great way to spend Valentine's Day, friends, with you. Okay? So there you go. What do we have? Oh, check it out. My ISLYNYC earrings. Special edition. I got some news on that as well. Why don't I put on, listen, these lips are dry. I am so ill prepared. You know what? Let's put on some Viseart Moisture Boost Lip Shine. Get these lips shiny and moisturized better. That's better. Oh, we got some love from Hong Kong. Hey, we doing? All right. What do we got to talk about? I'm trying to be more organized in my chat so I could better successfully add the timestamps, because being an Aquarian Capricorn, I always like to be off the cuff and have no plans, but I also like to be organized. While I know it's a chat, the Capricorn side of me is like, but the timestamps though. So just, here we go. Friday night. On this Valentine's Day, we have, what did I buy this week? Okay, I went to the ND store. Divine Rose seems to have gone without a hitch. I think so. I have some thoughts on the Oscars. Surprisingly, I didn't watch them. I just went to bed that night because I was exhausted, but I did see the highlights. Sonia's brushes are coming back in stock. Friends, hooray, hooray. And I also wanted to take, is it Quien? Let me know if I pronounced that right. Thank you so much for the super chat. You are the bomb. We're going to talk about Sonia G. And also, I wanted to thank you guys so much for the support for Refer. For those who used my code, thank you so much. And just thank you all in general, because I wouldn't have been able to become a partner with Refer if it wasn't for you guys just showing your support, asking the questions, mentioning my name to them when sending them emails, and how much you love them and you watched my video and I helped you decide to get them. So it is really, so I am honored and thankful for your guys' support. And thank you to those who used my code this week to get your complete set. I know it's going to take a while for you to get it, but when you do, you gotta let me know. Now, I also got the, where is it? Oh my goodness. We're off to a great start. Where is the silly brush that I had? Did I bring it with me? I'm sitting on it. I have the Zoeva brush. We're gonna talk about that. We're going to talk about Aliens of Brooklyn as well as ISLYNYC, some updates on that, his tie-dye flannels and her earrings. There might be a collab, friends. Hang tight. I really don't want to say anything, but I'm really excited to share. And then I've jotted down some of the fitness questions that many of you had asked on my community board. So we shall start. I got my pencil so I could keep track of myself. I could get out of hand, you know. The first topic of this chat: what did I buy this week? What did I buy this week? Well, as you all know, Linda Hellberg had a 50% off flash sale for 24 hours. That was enough for me to go ham. So of course I did buy her latest Enchanted Mystery palettes. Thank you so much, Kayla. Thank you, Maritza. It's gonna be a collab with ISLYNYC, but it might be a giveaway with Aliens of Brooklyn, Maritza. But you never know. 2020 could be a good year. Linda's sale, Enchanted Mysteries. I bought 2 of her powders. I bought her Infinity Glass because I'm quite intrigued by that product. I also purchased the Spectre palette with the pastels. Couldn't pass that up. And I bought the Powder Puff because why not? So that's on its way. It shipped out, I believe, yesterday. So hopefully I could see it next week. Bought that from the sale. Let me know. Let's each other know. You could tell your friends if you have a friend in the chat. If you're watching this on the replay, hello. Thank you for watching my replay. Let us know what you bought in the Linda sale if you did, friends. Natasha Denona. I bought another palette from Sephora because I was very curious. When I swatched the tester at Sephora, the mattes were a little softer. They're a little softer than my mattes in the Beautylish palette. So I am going to return the Beautylish palette. I called up Beautylish because I read their return and exchange policy, and they were like, we could accept it after 90 days gently used. But I called them up. I'm like, listen, friends, this is a little more. Allie, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I was like, hey, this is a little more than gently used. Would you still accept it? Would you still accept it as a return? They were like, absolutely. And I'm like, you guys are a real one. A real one. Sharon, thank you for saying thank you to Allie. You're the best. I love you. You're like squad captain, okay? So we got two Natasha Denona palettes. And I wanted to show you the differences between Heartbeat and Trust. I thought those 2 mattes were significantly different. My camera's tilting because it's too heavy for the tripod. Now, this is Trust from the Beautylish palette. This is Heartbeat. Lauren, thank you so much. I appreciate you. So Heartbeat has been the most troublesome shade, I feel, out of the whole palette. Okay. And when I swatched the Sephora palette, because many of you had said that you had great luck in grabbing the Love palette from Sephora, and you felt the mattes from the Sephora palettes were a lot better. So this is from Sephora. Let's see if it's... See, I feel the one from Sephora has a little more pigment. And this is Trust. Let's do Trust. Maybe both Trust are the same, but I feel this one was had a little more punch than the one from the Beautylish. And this is nothing against Beautylish, because I went to the Natasha Denona store and I said, hey, I was like, whoever is manning the IG for Natasha Denona is saying to people that it is not the inconsistencies experienced amongst us, the customers, is due to a batch problem. They're like, it's impossible that it's a batch problem because it's a limited release. I told that to the ND representative, and she was like, there's still different batches even if it's a limited release. And there are 2 reasons why I wanted to bring that up, friends. Reason number 1 is, no matter what this person said on Instagram, clearly they do not know what's happening. I mean, that's just common sense. Even if you have a limited release, you're still going to have different batches of a product. You're just not going to have as many batches than a permanent product. So to say that is impossible for the mattes to be inconsistent because it's a limited release didn't really make much sense. And even the Natasha Denona rep was like, no, there's still different batches. I mean, you have to. If you have Natasha Denona selling them on her website, Sephora, Beautylish, where else? I think that's it, right? I agree, Amira. They were just making up stuff. Instead of just saying, even if you didn't know what was going on, you could have at least said, let me look into it. At least, then give that answer. Number two, why I wanted to bring that up, didn't want to get a new palette from them. It was more so to say, sometimes, and I'm guilty of this as well, when we experience an answer like that from one part of a whole brand team, we tend to put that filter on the whole team, right? And I don't think it's fair to expect all who work for Natasha Denona to respond in that way or to handle that situation in the same way. So unfortunately, I feel whoever is manning the Instagram should be better trained in customer service. I know it is a social media platform, but if you are still, listen, the customer and brand relationship has widened. We're no longer just keeping this human to human. When you go to the store, you are now dealing with people on the internet and they're still customers. So I feel you have to be really careful with how you answer people on the internet still. I contacted Natasha Denona customer service directly and they asked for the batch code and for the box to make a note of it. Sephora exchanged my palette, no problem. See? That's all you had to do. I agree. You're still dealing with customers and you have to handle it in a way that is appropriate. And I agree also, after the Black Friday debacle, like Sheila said, everyone who works for ND needs to be better. Okay? And I'm sure if Natasha knew about that answer, she would not be happy. Okay? So that's that. So I will return the one I bought from Beautylish. They sent me a return label, so hey. I don't think there were any inconsistencies in the Love Cheek palette. I think those textures and formulas across the board were fine. So, hi Valerie, what's up? I'm so happy you're able to make it on a Friday night. I do not think this is not a Natasha Denona's fault, but the manufacturer's fault. They did something wrong in how they made them. It could be. I think some of them were hard pressed. That's what happened to me in my Pat McGrath Midnight Sun palette. Vermilion Venom and Taboo were hard pressed. And when I saw other, the words escape me, YouTubers review that palette, theirs were so much smoother and more pigmented than mine. I'm like, wait a minute. And then when I swatched it in Sephora, it was like, yeah, totally different. So Pat McGrath Labs sent me another Midnight Sun free of charge. And that was that. That was that. So I think even the better swatch from the Sephora palette is still not up to par to Natasha Denona quality, but this is like definitely not up to par. You know what I mean? I think Heartbreak is just a bad shade all around and really hard to formulate. She tried. So that's that. So that is the update with the Natasha Denona Love palette. I will be returning this to Beautylish tomorrow. I'm going to pack her up nice and tight so she doesn't get ruined on the way there. So that is completed. Zoeva, listen to this. Zoeva. I ordered not only this brush, but I also ordered 2 concealers. Yes, I know. What am I doing? I have 20 concealers. Leave me alone. I was curious. I needed to see what the concealers from Zoeva were doing. I ordered 2, just 2. That was it. One from under eyes and one from the rest of my face. And this brush, because what does this brush look like? It looks like the Pat brush that's coming on the 21st. All right. First thing. Why did Zoeva send, whoop, sorry. Why did Zoeva send me this huge box? And this is the box the brush came in. Did we really need this? Did we really need this? Did we need all of this box? And friends, I know, get ready. I'm so dramatic. This is my fulfillment receipt. Where are the concealers? They forgot to put the concealers in the box. First world problems, I know. Let me just say, I was very excited to see that I ordered these concealers maybe Tuesday. I think they dropped on Monday. Received them yesterday. I was like, whoa, that's great fast shipping. Hey. I even received a fulfillment ship update on my email to say that all 3 items were shipped. I just got the brush. I was disappointed. I wanted to do a video today. I wanted to show you the shades. I wanted to compare. I wanted to do a whole bunch of stuff. Now that is put on delay. Listen, as long as they send those suckers in time for the pat release. So I emailed them. I tried to call Germany, but no one was there at the Zoeva headquarters. So I bought it directly from the website, and this shipped from Germany, I think. Let me see. It says Frankfurt. Then it says my address. And then I thought, well, because sometimes they send stuff separately. But I'm like, no, because my email said that all 3 items were shipped. And they were not in the box. Oh, Sylvia, I'll let you know in a minute what highlighter I'm using. So that was my little rant. I sent them an email to kindly inquire. I made sure I read it 3 times so it didn't sound snubbish and mean. I was like, hey, friends, this is my order number. I just noticed that only the brush was sent, and I saw that on the email, it said that the concealers were sent as well. Can you please advise? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. So hopefully we could get an email from that soon, friends, and figure out if they are indeed on their way. Ooh, is it Taya or Taya? Let us know. If anyone is interested in the new Melt palette and eyeliners, they are gorgeous. I was looking at that freaking palette, that Millennial Pink. I didn't get it because I'm like, hold on, girlfriend. Listen, what did we say at the beginning of the year? Taya. Thank you so much. Taya. I was like, I really wanted that Millennial Pink palette. It looks beautiful. I was actually more interested in that than their Amor Eterno collection. I like that one too, but I held off as well. They are beautiful. Those promo pics are beautiful. And the rose gold liner as well. Oh my goodness, friends, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me keep my voice down. I keep forgetting. Listen, I teach group fitness. I have quite the powerful voice, and it changes octaves easily. Well, I think I'm going to wait until Sephora gets it so I can swatch it in person. And also, maybe I could give myself some time to replenish the funds. You know what I mean? Oh, and did we see that the Sephora President's Day sale dropped today? All those Natasha Denona palettes are on sale. Oh no. Oh no. So check. All right. We talked about Natasha Denona. We handled that. Divine Rose seemed to have gone on without a hitch. How do you say, friends? I feel people ordered it Was there any website trouble at all? Did we get our confirmation emails? I'm reading comments. I think so too. I think so too. They sold out, but hey, they said the next date is in March. So at least they were able to give a date for when the next restock is coming on. No cancellations yet. Okay, we're doing good. And someone said that they put a limit on the purchase quantities. Hey, hey, hey. I think so too, Sheila. She learned. They learned. Don't allow people to get as many palettes as they want. 2 per person. That's it. 2 per person. That is all. I am going now on Sonia G website, because she had said on her Instagram she has more details about the Sky Set restock on there. Let's read them together, shall we? Here we go. The restock. So I have that page on standby. Okay, waiting for the 6th. So a few of you missed it, but I like the fact that at least there's a date. There's no, oh, I'm sorry, darlings, you missed out. Hang on tight. Mother will tell you soon. She gave you the date right away. She gave you the date. Sonia has a new item coming out and it's not a brush. What? What in the world? Ooh. Oh, yes, here it is. Susan is a real one. What's up, Susan? Thank you so much for the super chat. Are you on the road? Are you on the road? Stay safe out there. Susan is a real one. I mentioned recently that there are also new items coming in 2020. I'm reading off of the blog right now, friends. So the next thing is an item that required a lot of time to complete. We are only receiving a very small delivery very soon, but just like the brushes, it's not limited edition. Good. And if this new item is interesting to you, we will continue making it. It is not a brush. I wonder what it is. Is it a brush holder? I wonder. What do you think, friends? I don't think she would dive into makeup because she's pretty passionate about that too. I was thinking either brush cleaner, something having to do with the care of the brushes. You know what I mean? Because I remember, I don't know what the post was about, but people were like, Sonia, what about the brush holder? You make such beautiful brushes. How come we don't have anything to house them in, to keep them in? And she was like, hey, you know, I know, but I want to release and create something immaculate. Shamila, right. Travel case. So we're thinking travel case, brush cleaner, maybe sponge. You never know. Angela, you never know. Ooh, I want a brush. I travel with a brush canister. Adrian, thank you so much, friend. Thank you for the super chat. Happy Valentine's Day. Susan's gonna shut down until tomorrow. Rose, oh, be careful, Susan. Roads are bad out there. Drive safely, please. Thank you, Sharon, for saying thank you. Squad captain. Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. Oh, but wait. Let's, my mind is all over the place. Let's get some details. Not only is she restocking the Sky Set, friends, but she's restocking the Pro Set and some fundamental brushes. Here we go. The Sky Eye brushes will first be available as a set, as we are receiving only a partial shipment, but in the near future, I imagine just a few weeks after, at the time of delivery, we will also be released as individuals. So hang tight for the individuals for the Sky Eye set. From the original collection, the ones on the picture below are the ones being delivered but not ready. These are Worker 1, Face 1, Sculpt 1, Sculpt 3 and Sculpt 4. So we have a couple of the face brushes. Face 1 should be on its way. Then we get the Pro brushes back. Builder Pro, Blender Pro, Worker Pro, Detail Pro, Fan Pro, Cheek Pro, Inochige Pro, Face Pro, Designer Pro. Woo! We're coming back with the brushes soon. After these shipments arrive, we should finally receive the Sky set. Depending on how many we receive, the Sky set may be first available as a set and then individually at a later date. If all arrive together, we will release them individually at the same time. My guess is that the Sky Face set will arrive in April or beginning of May. We're talking about this year. Okay, I went to Japan in January to check on a few things. Since this set is more challenging to create, I wanted to make sure that everything was going well, and I had some batches created for quality and consistency checking before I went ahead to reorder more of the Sky set. The feedback on the Sky set have been wonderful. Thank you so much, Sonia. I know that some wish they'll order more batches, but it is risky, not only with regards to finances, but also to quality. When it comes to handmade brushes, they require time and focus. If we put pressure on the artisans, I am certain it has consequences. I agree. Listen, good things come to those who wait. When it comes to brushes, there aren't that many skilled artisans around, and they just can't expand on demand. Okay, in order to mitigate the limited quantities they can make by hand, these brushes are not limited edition in time, so as long as there is interest, they will keep coming. Cool beans. All right, so all that to say, when it comes to handmade brushes, Sonia is just Sonia. She is not a huger brush brand, right? She can only order so many at a time. And when that batch sells out, we have to wait. But I'm happy that she laid down some dates. She laid down a timeline so that we could expect to see these coming spring. Okay. You know, and it's hard because, and this is why don't I segue into the other part of this conversation when it comes to indie brands, right? When it comes to indie brands, because I stopped by Artisan Flea where Aliens of Brooklyn resides. They are the ones, Joseph is the one who creates the tie-dye flannels, yeah? And ISLYNYC who creates these earrings. So he mentioned that many of you have been emailing him. Joseph makes these by himself with a few other people. And unfortunately, he doesn't put the flannels on his website because those are in-store special. They're pop-up store special. So yes, it's unfortunate that if you don't live in NYC, you don't have access to them. And also what he makes is everything is very different, right? So what he shows online could be very different from what you get because these are all custom. And I think it's difficult for a small brand like Joseph to just make a lot of flannels at one time. So he only makes a select few, and unfortunately, they go very quickly. So him and I talked, and I think when he makes more flannels, we'll do a giveaway, right? I will give away 1 or 2 flannels, and I know it's not a lot, but just so that some 1 or 2 may have the opportunity to at least get them if you don't live here and if you can't get them from the website, right? So hang on, hang tight for that. And also with ISLYNYC, Carrie, who is the owner and maker of ISLYNYC earrings, she does that herself. She makes these earrings out of acrylic, and acrylic is very expensive to make. She's not a huge brand. She can only push out so many at a time. And I asked her if these will be on the website. She said a lot of my favorite earrings that I've worn in a lot of videos, the alien heads, the hands, recently I wore keys, that she will have those on the website in March. And she is doing this for us. She's like, I am doing this for your squad, Alicia. I'm like, we appreciate it, Carrie. Thank you so much. So she wants to put my favorite earrings on the site so you guys will have an opportunity to buy them. We are working on an affiliation program, and hopefully we could get that in there somewhere. And what else? What else? And also, we might collaborate in the future. Lena, you're on the plane. Fly well. We might collaborate in the future. And I really want to... I can't tell you. I don't want to tell you. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to keep you updated on that. But the most important thing is that we get the earrings on the website by March. So you guys could look around. You'll have an opportunity to buy them. And, you know, if you can't get to NYC, then, you know, we got to put them on the interwebs. Yes, I agree. If anyone wants to take care of that, by all means. Sometimes it's just... There we go. I got one. Mia is going to be the ISLYNYC website is always linked in all my videos, but March will be the month that the earrings that are not usually on the website that I wear a lot will be available. So that is the update on that. So I wanted to go over that. Make sure. So the reason why I wanted to segue into Aliens of Brooklyn from Sonia is because of the whole thing about supporting indie brands, that our expectations have to change. And this is what I experienced with Cleona, right? I was going on and on and on about how, you know, Cleona charges a lot for shipping. They take a long time to ship. They're a smaller brand. And this is what happens. These are the consequences. And sometimes when we experience bigger brand processes, like Beautylish sends stuff really fast, or like restocks happen really fast with other brands, it's not going to be the same thing with smaller brands, smaller indie brands. So I have to do that myself as a customer to make sure that if, you know, things are not available readily at a website, or you can only get things in person, it's just, that's the reality sometimes with certain brands. Yes, waiting for Cleona shadows has definitely been an exercise in patience. We can't ask these brands to be Sephora or Amazon. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's not the same, and I think we have to change our, like I said, change our expectations, make sure that we are fair in understanding and realizing that if we want these specialized items, that we might have to wait a little longer. And yes, Corey, I agree, it will be worth it. Whether it's a brush from Sonia, earrings from ISLYNYC, or a tie-dye flannel from Aliens of Brooklyn. So yes, anyone, feel free to block if you can see it before me, go right ahead. You have my okay. You got my green light. That's all I gotta say about that. We still got the swatches on my arm. We got them. So let me wipe these off. So I wanted to make sure I went over all those points. Janny, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate that super chat. Happy Valentine's Day, Janny. Thank you so much. We are halfway in. This is the segment of our Friday night chat where we talk about, how do I add moderators, friends? Do I do that from my desktop? Let me know. Because I'm not, despite how I could look technically savvy, I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not as technically savvy as I look. So let me know how I can add a moderator, and I will do so for the next chat. Creator Studio, you got it. I'll make sure to do that for the next chat. Okay. Dashboard, you got it. Woo! And how do I choose? Do I choose from a list? Do I have to email somebody? Do I need a name to enter? I'm sure I could figure it out. Oh, Caro, thank you for reminding me. I also forgot to mention what else I bought this week. there was a sale. Tell me why I got both of them. Why did I get both of the Diamond and Blush palettes? They were on sale for $44.50. I was like 2 for 1. 2 for 1. You can't pass that up. You can't pass that up, friends. I wanted both. I wanted Glitchy Glam. Oh, everyone say happy birthday, Glitchy Glam. Happy birthday, Glitchy Glam. Happy birthday, Glitchy Glam. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for sharing your love and carving out your time to spend with us, Glitchy Glam. You are the bomb. The bomb. Absolutely. Absolutely. Terrible. Oh, too shiny. Whoa. Look at this. I have this on this side. You know what this is from? This is from the diamond powder that nobody likes. Because in person, it does look a lot. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, KTG. The diamond powder is the one that looks, it has the most texture in person, but when that Diva Light hits, forget it. Forget it. It's unstoppable. Unstoppable. No, it's shattered. Can they send you a new one, Emily? Listen, I was actually quite shocked that these were in bubble wrap and in paper. I was like, Sephora, you're finally stepping it up. Took you long enough, but you learned because people were returning damaged goods each and every time. This is the citrus palette. I have the citrus palette on this side. They look the same. I know they look the same on camera, but in person, oh my goodness me. This Glow Extreme, this diamond powder, that, oh my goodness me. This is crazy. I love this. You know, it's just, And the cream blush is it's a different formula from the one that exists in her Love Cheek palette. The Love Cheek palette is a little more wet. This is a little drier, but I like it. I feel like it's easier to apply. You know what I mean? So I had to do it. $44.50 for one. These usually retail for 89 bucks. I held out for a long time. I held out because I looked at them. I'm like, these are so big. They're expensive. But when they're on sale, what are you going to do? I could ignore, yes, but I didn't. I did not want to ignore that opportunity. Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. Before I move on to the fitness questions, my hair. Everyone's like, Alicia, your hair. What's going? Last week, I think it was, Strands Hair sent me my custom shampoo and conditioner. Strands Hair is an online customizable product system where you submit a hair sample and they assess it. They determine the cuticle health, the scalp oiliness and all that stuff, and they custom make your shampoo and conditioner. And funny enough, after the whole diva thing that I feel is still going on, I feel that I was like, wow, this is what happens when you wash your hair, like for real, with suds, okay? When you sud it and the product residue goes away. And when you apply a new product, it sits real well. I have a lot of product in my hair, friends, and there is little flaking. There's little flaking, which I sometimes experience with my Uncle Funky's Daughter Curly Magic Gel, which is right now my go-to styler. I mixed that up today with the Uncle Funky's Daughter Good Hair. I put them together, and before, I think when I was using the Diva Curl No Poo, and I applied the Curly Magic after I rinsed it out, it kind of balled up on the surface of my hair cuticle. And I think it was because the product that was on there before just was not all the way cleansed out. So that's why I was getting weird little dots. But yeah, man, I washed it. I just washed and conditioned. I love the conditioner. It is super smooth, very detangling, super detangling. And, you know, I like the fact that they evaluate your hair. They decide and figure out, okay, what are the ingredients that are going to be best for color damage, heat damage, if you have any of those conditions on your hair. And it feels special. So I'm actually going to film a video tomorrow because I just did my wash and go today. I want to see how it lasts for tomorrow's video. I did not put it up. It was very hard for me to do so because I love to put my hair up, but I left it down. I'm going to put it up though in a scrunchie so that it can maintain the curl pattern but kind of elongate a little bit as well. Lori, I keep hearing so much crud about the Diva Curl. So we talked at length last chat about Diva Curl, but ultimately what's going on is that there are a lot of people coming forward with the fact that Diva Curl is not actually a great line because of the whole no poo and washing your hair and using sulfates bad for your hair and all this stuff. But you got to clean your hair. You have to clean your scalp specifically because you have a yeast that is naturally occurring on your scalp, and if you don't properly cleanse it and leftover oil and product residue accumulates, you could experience hair loss. You most certainly can. And the products with the no poo and all that stuff is just terrible. But what I will say is this: I downloaded that app, Think Dirty, just to investigate. Think Dirty is like another EWG. In Diva Curl's defense, because I saw one of the influencers' video and she was speaking about her experience with Diva Curl along a long timeline of like, I used it for this long, and then my stylist told me about the Think Dirty app, and Diva Curl has a score of 8 on the Think Dirty app. Is like, wait a minute. That app is so misleading because the way, first of all, toxicity is gauged by dosage. A mere presence of a product doesn't automatically make a product toxic. Water can be toxic. Water is in everything, but because it's at the correct dose, it's not going to be harmful. And I believe the ingredient in question that was in red. Thank you, Mia. Thank you so much for the super chat, Mia. You are amazing as well. The dialyzed urea, or I forgot what it's called, is a preservative. It is safe to use at a certain percentage, but they listed it first, and that implied that it was listed first on the ingredient list. It's not. It's way at the bottom. It's way at the bottom. So it's Think Dirty is a bunch of crock. I'm gonna say it. Think Dirty and EWG, crock. Stop spreading. I don't think it's fair to listen. Everyone should be able to research ingredients and be curious, right? But know how toxicity works. It doesn't work the way that these apps are presenting these ingredients. It's just nuts. I agree, Sophia. They use fear. They're like, this is a dangerous ingredient. Sure. But you know what else? Like when people, going on a tangent, sorry. When people claim that natural is better or I only use natural, I'm like, arsenic is natural. A lot of things are natural. Are you going to put that on your face? I don't think so. I agree, Sharon. If you have an allergy, then it is important for you to check the ingredients, right? Absolutely. But I feel people shouldn't use the Think Dirty app because the way they present the ingredients is just not accurate. It's not accurate at all. I agree. Like, Valerie, can you imagine? If you want a chemical peel, put that arsenic on your face. You'll be great. Lauren, I'm not against parabens because I know that study has been redacted unless you are allergic to them. I'm not allergic to them, so I'm okay with them. The most recent preservatives, however, have been causing a lot of contact dermatitis. Toya, right? As someone who has struggled with allergies all her life, these scare tactics get on my nerves. Yeah, I could only imagine. Poison ivy is a botanical, sure is. Poison ivy extract. I'm sure Goop will figure out a way to put poison ivy extract in one of their creams. By the way, I couldn't get through I don't know if I could watch that series on Netflix, friends. I don't know. I don't know. It's just too much. Sorry, I'm reading comments. Excuse the silence. Anyway, I just wanted to briefly touch on that again. Goop has a Netflix documentary on there. I can't watch it. I don't know if I'll be able to stomach it. It's just too much. Goop? You don't want to know, Sophia. It's Gwyneth Paltrow's line. Is Gwyneth Paltrow's skincare line and blog. Anyway, but that's what's happening with Diva Curl. I believe that, I don't know what the current stage is with people coming out with their Diva Curl videos and all that kind of stuff. I am going to finish my stylers from them because I don't want to waste product, but I probably won't be using their No Poo anymore simply because I need sulfates. I need sulfates to wash my hair so that it could look like this when I apply my products. And then tomorrow I will talk more about strands and go more into detail. So hopefully I could get that video up sometime next week. Now, we're going into the 17 minutes later, we're going into the fitness portion. I asked some of you to requested that you ask me some fitness questions if you wanted on the community post. The first one is, how many reps should a beginner start with in their strength training journey? That all depends. I would always say 8 to 12 is a good place to start. And at the end of 8 or 12 reps, it should be challenging to get through, but you should be able to get through it with good form. Cool? Okay. Any other questions on that, you can always let me know on the comments of this live video, which I will be uploading on my YouTube library. So that's that. Knees strengthening. Knees, this asker was inquiring, how is she able to strengthen her knees without using her knees? So it seems like you cannot bend them, you cannot flex them. Anything quadricep related will help with this. When you're sitting up with the leg straight in front of you, you keep your knee straight and you try to lift it without leaning back. That's a really great knee strengthening exercise. If you sit in a chair and you extend and bend, maybe with an ankle weight on your leg, that will help strengthen your knee. So of course, no lunges, no squats, because if you can't bend your knees, then I would think those movements are a no-no for you. So anything straight leg lift in nature, these are my legs, anything straight leg lift in nature will help to strengthen the knees without having to be on them or without having to bend them. Ankle weights are effective, especially in physical therapy. Yes. Yes, it is, Sharon. It's one of the most complicated joints in addition to your shoulders. in addition to your shoulders, and segueing into tight shoulders, how to relieve tight shoulders and to help elongate your neck. A lot of people keep stress here because this is a natural reaction, right? When we're keeping warm, when we get stressed, when we get upset, this happens a lot. You have to actively be aware of it. And I always say it's not so much sticking your chest out and forcing your neck to be long, is dropping shoulder blades down and just keeping your chin in a neutral position. Also, with tight shoulders, anything circular in motion will help. Even if you just do a couple of shoulder circles, if you open and close, if you reach and pull, if you do little circles like this, if you take a strap and go up and over, that's called flossing. I think that will help a lot. And being fully aware of your posture at all times, yes, is exhausting, but that's what creates muscle memory. That you're able to feel when you're starting to slouch, that you can lift from the depths of your pelvis. Is not just your chest, right? Not just you lifting your shoulders. You want to think about the whole torso lifting out of your pelvis as one unit, creating space there, and then everything else will follow. And someone had asked about a stretch studio. We do have a stretch studio here in NYC. I've never actually been there. It's not that I'm against stretching studios. I feel that the participant should be able to do these stretches on her own. And train of thought. Whatever they're doing in that stretching studio, hopefully the participant can do on their own as well, and they can improve on it. But I'm sure it's nice to be stretched by somebody who is an expert in it, and they could give you some feedback as to what you can do during your workouts, after your workouts. But stretching is something people often neglect to do. Lisa, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Happy Valentine's Day. Because it's not the most exciting thing to do, but it's important. And stretching doesn't have to be just holding something for 30 seconds. It could be, again, circular. It could be in and out. It could be grooving and moving. Anything that creates space in nature is going to help improve flexibility and mobility. So if you feel when you go into a stretch right away and your body still feels tight, you might have to create a little bit of lubrication, some blood circulation and heat. You right? Stephanie, hip stretch. Ooh, there's plenty. There is plenty of hip stretches you can do. It all depends. You could do extension, you can do rotation, you can do internal rotation. I had mentioned this in my last chat that I am on Super She. I have 5 live sessions a week. I have Monday through Friday where I do 3 days out of the week flexi stretches. So, and you could join it for a free month. We do half an hour. A Storza, thank you so much for the super chat. Half an hour of flexibility flow. Next week we're doing, I forgot what I did my schedule this afternoon, but I want to make sure that we do 3 days out of the week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I think I have something hip in there. I have a hip intensive and some other things. So if you're around, friends, I'm going to put the link down below. If you're able, not necessarily join the actual live, but you could re-watch the video much like this. It'll be on deck. And you could join me on the flexibility class. Excuse me. So let me know. Hips are complicated. They are complicated because everyone's hip sockets are different. Is it beginner friendly for those not so flexible? Yep, because I give lots of variations and modifications. And also, you could message me under the video if there's a specific stretch that you ran into that you're like, I need more modifications. I could always explain further what you can do to change the variation. People are saying they have hip problems. yes, it can be really complicated because ideally I'll be with you in person to better manage how we could execute the movements in a safe way, but we could always do our best from the live and from the class. And of course, you always could. The only reason why I'm pitching my Super She classes to you friends is because it's helpful to me to get feedback on how I'm teaching, if I'm clear, if it's easy to understand, if it's helpful to you. Uh-oh, shoulder surgeries. I do not take any supplements. Super She, that's it. I'm gonna put the link down below. It'll take me maybe half an hour after this live is over to put everything in the description box, but it'll be there soon. Oh no. It's really tough when you have surgeries on the major joints. It's hard to recover from. It's possible, but you just have to be really diligent with your daily movements and your routines and such. But you can make it happen. Uh-oh. Janelle, keep me updated on the back surgery. It's going to be tough, but you're going to make it happen. During your recovery, lots of physical therapy. Absolutely. It's always hard to, everyone's so different, right? And the topic on surgery, I can't even begin to start the different scenarios and the different avenues you can go with that. Is always recommended that you avoid it, but if it's not avoidable, then what are you gonna do? My right knee is basically no good. What's going on? What's happening with that knee? Uh-oh. I had ankle surgery years ago and I regret skipping on PT. PT is important. It's boring, but it's important. Oh no, Natalie, 9 spinal surgeries and most recent fusion just failed. What do we gotta do? What do we have to do, Natalie? Oh no. I wish I could help everyone. I know that's not possible, but I wish I could meet everyone in person so we could do a class. That's the most ideal. It's really hard for me to work with people online because I need to be there in person to see what's going on. Oh, thank you so much. I try to be as engaging as possible with these live chats because I could get a little woo 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 and just talk about this and talk about that, but try to keep it online. We are 58 minutes. We got maybe few minutes left. Lauren, I'm so sorry. I did mention about the earrings a little earlier in the chat. My favorite earrings for ISLYNYC, they're coming on the website, her website, sometime in March. There might be an affiliation link to go around. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Emergency card coming through. Save whoever you are saving. And I will make sure to put those, I will mention those updates as they come. Susan, did we talk about the new melt palette? We did briefly. I was saying how I really wanted it, but I was like, save your money, Alicia. But I might still get it. Ooh. We shall see. The Millennial Pink palette, I'm not impressed with melt shimmers in the palette. I'm more impressed with the shimmers and metallics in their stacks. We'll see how the Millennial Pink does. Oh no, Allie, I'm sorry for your cat. Love or Divine Rose? Sandra, that is the question of the night. That's hard. The only reason why I would say Love is because it's cheaper. You get 15 shadows instead of just 10. and is a little more of a comprehensive color story. I feel with Divine Rose, you can create different looks from that palette, but they will all pretty much look lavender bronze in some capacity, whereas Love, it could look really pink, really red, or really purple. So I think you have a wider spectrum of color story in Love than you do in Divine Rose. And Divine Rose is not as easy to travel with. I keep that home. I would never, I only traveled with it once because I just got it and I was being impatient. And I took a risk taking it to Houston with me one time. It was fine, but to carry around a mothership palette from Pat, it's like, oh my gosh, it's too much work. Too much work. And you're talking 65 versus 125. Hit that like button, fam. Thank you so much for the reminder, friend. Building up the brush collection is cool too. I agree. Susan, you are... Oh my God. Thank you so much. Heck, I'm getting it right now. The minute I'm done with this chat, I'm getting that pink palette and I'll review it. Thank you so much, Susan. You are so kind. Sharon, yes. Valerie, exactly. Yes. Emily, what is your favorite Amor Eternal palette? Friends, would you like to see Millennial Pink or the Eternal Amor Eternal palettes? Let me know. I will review whichever. Pam, ain't Susan the best? Yes. Everyone tell Susan to be safe. She is a truck driver, okay? She is a tough cookie. Driving these roads, and it's not great out there right now, so send her some love. Thank you so much, friends. Millennial Pink, really okay. Stephanie, right, like a telenovela, exactly. Because I know the owner is Mexican, so, but the feel, that whole collection I love. The design of it, the theme behind it was amazing. Millennial Pink, okay. It looks like Millennial Pink is coming out on top. Oh no. I think we're talking about melt and also surgeries at the same time. Oh. I agree, Sharon. The Amor Eternal packaging was amazing. Susan, yes, Susan is delivering these packages, friends. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, I would love to see Susan in real life. I will give you the biggest hug. You would not be able to get rid of me, Susan. I'll be in the truck with you. Oh my goodness me. Well, friends, it is 63 minutes in, and I think that is a wrap. That is a wrap. I think I spoke about everything I wanted to touch on this evening. I will make sure to organize this in the best way I can. I have to listen to this live now myself. Put down the timestamps down below. We talked about the earrings, we talked about the hair, we talked about Zoeva, we talked about Natasha Denona, and again, I will make sure all links will be down below so you could check out whatever you like. Also, I would put down the updates, right? What's coming for all said topics mentioned in this chat. Valerie, I have this on my face. And with that said, friends, we'll end this chat on a very glowy note. I'm actually going to finish editing a video I filmed with the new Shiseido powder foundation. So stay tuned for that. I filmed with it this afternoon. And yes, I will see you, friends, on the interwebs, on the comments, wherever you like to reach out to me. Instagram, email. My apologies if I am delayed in responding to you. I will make sure to get to you as best as I can. I'm going to put this on the replay now on the library. Everyone have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for coming.